So what I'm doing today is called a road opener. And I'm going to be using petitioning Hecate to join us. I work with her on occasion, and I do hope that she allows this to happen because I feel I do need a good road opener. But first off, we're going to do a little bit about candle magic. Honestly, folks, I don't think I need to go into all the colors and the meanings and the reasons, because you can Google it and it's pretty accurate. So, but I will be using an orange one for the road opener today. I'm also going to be doing a bit of head magic. These little guys are going to help us out with that. And I use a lot of different incenses. I always use frankincense and myrrh, and it was good enough for Christ. The three, the wise men brought Christ frankincense and myrrh. So I always use that because I like the smell of it. And then I have patchouli and oud because those are my likes. I like those pretty good. And then I'm going to be using dragon's blood because that's what Hecate likes, one of the things. And since this is a road opener, I've got some fans going in the background back there to help us out. Because it's about to get a little foggy up in here. And if I wanted to do a traditional circle, I could. You have to remember, this is my space. I use it a lot for my my magic. So it's already consecrated. It already has my energy in it. And this is just what I do. So, all right. So I've already cleansed everything, charged everything. I hope you can see me well enough. So we've got our sea salt or regular salt. I'm going to take this bowl, and it's just a glass jar, no big deal. And I'm going to pour my salt out. I actually did a rosemary's wash on this. After I cleanse this, I've got a couple pieces of rosemary in there, but it's okay. Alright, so we're going to do our salt, do a pretty good layer of it. Because, I don't know about you, I live near crossroads, but they're not the kind of crossroads that you could even go to and be safe. So we're just going to make our own crossroads. And like I said, since I will be petitioning Hecate, I'm going to be using some rose petals. I have happened to grow these nice red roses for her. And put some on her plate too. Also have some honey. And I had put it on top, and then I had a little accident with the jar, so now I've got honey up the side of the jar, which that's perfectly fine. Now, I got crushed cloves, yeah. What I'm going to be using next for my road opener is some saffron. Now, I don't happen to have saffron, but I do have black tea with saffron. For Hecate, she likes saffron. And I normally have some saffron, I just don't know where that went. And I have some already in the tea. I'm just going to add a little more. I mean, not the tea and the honey. A little on her plate. Then I'm going to draw some in the road. So now I've made my crossroads, and I've invited Hecate to come. Thank thee, Great One, for joining. Now I'm going to take a couple of keys that I've already used multiple times. They've already opened doors for me. I'm going to put cinnamon on them, help charge them. To help get these roads open for me. Now for a road opener spell, you can use mint, you can use lemon. I'm using a little bit of lemon zest. You can use some more powerful things. I also happen to have sulfur, so I'm going to be using that. Be careful with the sulfur. It does need to be outside, especially if you're going to burn, because it has a very strong smell. And I'm going to use some cayenne pepper to add a little speed to this. Little ground cloves. So here's my sulfur, because I really need to knock this thing wide open. Now I've got my, and I've got rue. Rue's actually a pretty good herb to use as well. Okay, so now I have 4 bay leaves, and on the other sides I've written the things that I want, the blockages that I want cleared away. I'm going to lay them on the road. I will be burning these later, but right now I'm going to lay them on the road. And I also have my orange candle. I wanted a small candle because I didn't want this to take forever. And I've already engraved on it, etched on it what I want it to do for me. And one by one, I'm going to burn my bay leaves. Now sulfur, when you burn it, it does have a distinct odor. It has a distinct odor to begin with. But it's real magic. If I were to turn the lights off and catch all of this really on fire and get it going, it's kind of a blue. It's got a really pretty blue hue. And what I'm doing now with burning of the bay leaves is I'm sending my intentions, my wishes, my desires, what I want this road opener to do for me into the cosmos. I'm petitioning Hecate. Oh, see, look at there. It even changed directions. So that one I was burning was over here. Landed over there perfectly. Hecate's working this out for me, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we're switching this one up too. That's good. If you've ever burned bay leaves, you know it's very quick. Be very careful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this candle burn completely out. And then I can either take this to the crossroads, burn it, not burn it, bury it. I mean, that's ideal. And then, no, I'm not talking about taking the glass plate. I'm talking about everything that's in it. You put it in a black trash bag, tie it up, take it and bury it at the crossroads if you can. See, even my candle fell over, no longer blocking the crossroads. So no matter which road we take, it's going to be prosperous. Now I do keep a fire extinguisher down here because, you know, you can see how my candles sometimes act. I've been very blessed not to have anything happen that, you know. Ouch. Careful. Oh, I seem to burn myself. I think I'd be a little more immune to it by now. Okay, so now I use birthday candles, I use tea lights, I use votives, I use a lot of different types of candles. It really doesn't matter. It just really depends on how long you need it or want it to work for what you're doing. So now I have 13 candles for Hecate. 13 is her number. I used, like I said, frankincense and myrrh, patchouli, dragon's blood, frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, patchouli, dragon's blood, and oud are my incense. I have red, white, and black candles, which if you continue to join me, you'll notice I always have red, white, and black candles on my altar. Now these are some male and female candles. Now these are the first ones I made. I hadn't made candles in a while, and I had some leftover wax, which you can see, into my melter. So when I made these, it melted them. I made them different colors, but that's okay. So now we're going to also do a little binding love spell. Or you could do a binding love spell. You don't have to have a male and female candle. It just seems to work better when you do. You put some binding oil on them, etch on them their names, their birthdays, try to make them who you want them to be and what you want to happen. And you put them in a dish similar to this with salt, facing them to each other. Tie the wicks together if they're long enough. Light them and then let them burn until they're completely gone and to completely become one. That'd be an awesome love spell to do with candles if you want to. I don't particularly do those kinds of spells, but there's all kinds of things you can do with candle magic, good and bad. Now I'm going to move this and we're going to get into the head magic I was telling you about. Hello and welcome in, welcome in. We're going to be doing a little head magic today, doing a few different things with some candles. What I'm going to do now is I had a friend want me to help with her daughter who's having depression and some going through a rough patch. So I'm going to pick a bigger leaf for that. You could also use a piece of paper. Since I'm in the burning tonight, I'm going to burn some stuff. But I am going to also put a little piece of paper, because this skull is pretty cool. I think it's supposed to go in a fish tank, because it's got a hole back here. So I'm thinking, the fish could go in, hang out, hide. You could prop it up and it could swim through. I don't know. Anyway, I found this. It was really cool, and I love the etching on it. So we're going to use this. This one is just like a Buddha head. I don't even know where I come across. I go to lots of thrift stores and pick up stuff as I see, find them. So that way it's not super uber expensive to do anything. But I don't have brown paper, but I love to use brown paper. But I'll use a brown paper towel. I also don't think you should cut your edges. So rip them down so that your paper's rough. It doesn't have to be that big either, just a little. But paper towels are perfectly fine. I just like to use brown. I like to use unlined paper. I'm going to be using a black marker. I'm going to put the person's name on here. Date of birth, the whole 9 yards, what I want to happen for them. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that and not with their name. Happiness. I'm going to write what I want for them 3 times, which I want happiness and love. And then I'm going to write their names. I don't want you to see it, so I'm going to do that somewhere else. Now, I'm going to fold this to me. And I'm going to put a little love oil on here. Again, 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 and I'm going to actually place this inside the skull. Now on the bay leaf that I'm going to burn, I'm going to put the same thing, but I'm only going to be able to write it once because, there's not that much room. Okay, got that. And now I'm going to get my candle. Okay, now I'm going to put more salt in a plate. I like to put the salt in the plate. It's for protection. And also, if this thing gets a little crazy with the fire, the salt will help put it out. Remember, I've got her name on here. Put it inside the skull. Put the skull inside the salt. I have got white candles. I'm also going to be using a purple candle. And a red candle. Since she's suffering from depression, she needs some love. Now, if you don't want to melt the wax on the head, perfectly fine. You don't have to. But hot water cleans it up if you need to clean them up. Because I generally do not bury these. Once I have accomplished what I need and the person's better, I will cleanse it and reuse it. Now, this isn't going to harm the person. I mean, you could do some magic similar, and give the person nightmares, things like that. But remember, whenever you do magic that's going to hurt somebody else, or could potentially infringe upon their free will, you need to think about, do you want to get the karma for that? Do you want to harm another person? Because you get back what you put out there threefold. Now, I'm going to let this burn in my little cauldron. There she goes. And again, we're going to let that burn. My road opener is starting to look like very, very good. No obstacles in the way. And if you remember the other spell, I'm still working on that for them. I wanted to show you something. It looks like it has definitely cleared a path on one particular direction for me that must have been blocked, because the others have already burnt out, but that one's still burning. So it's pretty awesome.